Welcome to today's program, an example for a program for looping. So we will get a variable answer and store s to answer. So when answer equal to y, I am printing the menu options. Okay, so select the operation. I'm giving three menu options: factorial number, Armstrong number, and n sequence number. I'm getting the user input using the variable prompt. I'm getting the choice either 1 or 2 or 3, and I'm storing that in the variable choice. Okay, so if the choice equal to 1, I'm going to calculate the factorial number. If the choice equal to 2, I'm going to calculate the Armstrong number. If the choice equal to 3, I'm going to calculate the n sequence number. Okay, so first, if choice equal to 1, I'm getting from the user the input, enter the number for which the factorial has to be found, and that is converted into an integer, and that is stored in the num variable. Okay, so and I'm initializing factorial equal to 1. If the number is less than 0, I'm printing the factorial does not exist for a negative number. If the number is equal to 0, I'm printing the factorial of 0 is 1. If the number is not 0 or less than 0, that is if it is greater than 0, I am going to the else part. In the else part, I am calculating the factorial using the for loop. So inside the for loop, I'm storing the value of I. I'm incrementing the value of I from 1 to num, and the factorial is initially set to 1. So this factorial is multiplied with the value of I till this is going on accumulated in the same variable factorial until we reach the num. Okay, that is the input from the users for which value the factorial has to be calculated. Suppose if the num is 5, so I am going to execute this loop 5 times from 1 to 5. So I am going to multiply 1 into 1 and store into factorial, then I am going to multiply 1 into 2, store into factorial, then I am going to multiply 2 into 3, store into factorial, and I am going to multiply 6 into 4, store it in factorial, then I'm going to multiply 24 into 5. I'm going to keep it in factorial, and I'm going to print the value. Okay, so inside the print we have the paste function. So in the paste function I am passing the value for num and factorial. Okay, so the num value will be printed, that is the factorial of 5 is whatever is the value. Say for example, if I have given 5, it is going to print the factorial of 5. Okay, so next, when the choice equal to 2, I'm going to calculate whether it's a Armstrong number. For this also I'm getting from the user the input from the user for which the whether the number is Armstrong or not. Okay, so for that I am initializing sum equal to 0, and temp is given the value of the value for which I am getting from the user. Okay, so while the temp is greater than 0, I am dividing temp by 10, and I'm getting the remainder, and I'm storing that in digit. Okay, so if I use double percentage, it is going to give me the remainder. Okay, so temp is divided by 10 and the remainder is stored in digit. So and the digit is cubed, that is to the power of 3, digit to the power of 3, and it is added to the sum. Initially the sum was 0. Now the temp is calculated as the quotient of temp divided by 10. Okay, so I'm taking each and every digit, and then I'm storing the remaining digits in temp. Okay, so this will, if I use slash, it will give the quotient. Okay, it will give the quotient of temp divided by 10, and that will be stored in temp. So this is getting executed in a loop, in a while loop, until the temp is greater than 0. Okay, so when it is equal to 0, the loop exits. So you come out of the loop, and if the number is same as the sum, that is the given number is same as the sum, I am going to print it's Armstrong number, else I am going to print it's not an Armstrong number. Armstrong number is nothing but, if I give, say for example, 153, I have to cube 3 and add, I have to cube 1, cube 5 and cube 3, add these three values, and I have to see whether it is equal to the given value. Say if 153 is equal to 1 cube plus 5 cube plus 3 cube, then it is a Armstrong number. If it is not matching, it's not an Armstrong number. Okay, so this is how I calculate the Armstrong number. Next, I have the choice 3, that is I'm going to print the sequence of n numbers. Here also I get the number from the user and I store that in the variable num, and I use the loop construct repeat. So the number is added one by one, and if the number is greater than 30, you come out of the loop. Okay, so you come out of the loop when the number is greater than 30. So until then you add 1 to the number and then you print the number. Okay, suppose if I have given 5, so it will print from 6 to 30. So this loop will print from 6 to 30. So when it is 30, when it is greater than 30, it will come out. Okay, so this is for the third choice. So next you are asking, do you want to continue? And if I say yes, I am going to get the next menu option. If I am going to say no, I'm going to come out of the program. So this is the program. Okay, so hope it is clear. So we are going to execute the program. So first we are initializing answer. Okay, so we are initializing answer equal to y, and I'm going into the while loop and I'm printing the menu option. See here it is asking the menu option, I'm giving 1, so it is going to calculate the factorial for the given number. I'm giving the number 5, so it is calculating the factorial of 5, that is 120. 120 is the factorial of 5, so that is getting printed. Now I give the choice again S. So now I give the second option of the menu, that is I'm going to calculate the Armstrong number. So I give a value 153. So 153 is actually an Armstrong number. So it is saying 153 is an Armstrong number, and it is again saying, do you want to continue? I'm going to give yes, and I'm again going to give the menu option 2 to see whether some other number, say 123 is an Armstrong number. It is saying 123 is not an Armstrong number because it is not an Armstrong number. So it is calculating correctly. So next I am giving y again. I am going to the third option. I am going to print n sequence number. Say again I am giving 25. Okay. So it is printing from 26 to 30. It is printing from 26 to 30. So when it is greater than 30, it is coming out. So I have explored all the 3 options of the menu. So I can come out now. So I want to enter a choice no. So I come out. Okay. So this is how the looping construct. This is a very good example of a looping construct. We are using the while loop for giving the menu options, and then we are using for factorial we are using if else, and we are using the for loop, and for Armstrong number we are using the while loop, and for n sequence number we are using the repeat construct. Okay, so hope it is clear. So if you don't understand anything, you can go through the video again, so you can stop and work out in a laptop simultaneously. You can execute each and every line, you will understand clearly. Okay, so thanks for your patience listening.